Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rajni. In this video, I will be discussing the monthly forecast for all Gemini ascendants or Gemini Lagna for the month of April 2021 as per Vedic Astrology. This is a very general reading based on transits, and for those of you who have number 3 written in the first house of your chart, this is for you, so continue watching. The month of April is considered very auspicious in some parts of the world, where April 13th denotes the start of the new year. Now also this month there are many planets which are transitioning from one house to the other, and which we call it as parivartana in astrology. And Sun, which is in the 10th house in the sign of Pisces, will be moving into the 11th house of Aries. 11th house is house of gain. That will happen on April 13th. Now we have debilitated Jupiter in Capricorn sign in the 8th house, moving into the 9th house of Aquarius sign on April 5th. And then we have Venus in Pisces, which will be moving into the sign of Aries on April 17th into the sign of Aries. Mercury will also be moving away from Pisces sign into Aries sign in later part of the month. So we have all these parivartanas happening in the month of April, which is going to bring better results for Gemini ascendants. And Mars will be moving into the sign of Gemini on April 13th as well. So with all these changes happening, let us now see how these changes will affect your career, family relationships, love relationships, finance, and health in general. If you know what time periods or dashas you're running in your personal birth chart, you can glean more from this analysis of how the planetary changes will affect you, and you will find that quite interesting. And as I said earlier, these are general readings only, but if you require a specific consultation based on your birth chart, please reach out to me at the email below in the description box. Now, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and it is placed in the 10th house of profession, and it rules the Ascendant and the 4th house. Now, although Mercury is considered debilitated in the sign of Pisces, Mercury gains directional strength in the 10th house naturally. So it will only give you good results in matters of profession and your career. Mercury also rules the 4th house, which is directly opposite to the 10th house, giving you overall happiness in the home environment and also property matters, I should say. Now Sun also does very well in the 10th house, so Sun is also providing you the support you will need in career matters. And Sun rules the 3rd house as well, which shows that your efforts in career matters will yield good results, and you will have the necessary courage and confidence needed in your work to progress forward. After April 13th, when Sun moves to the 11th house, it shows gain through your career. Now, as I said earlier, there are many planets moving into the sign of Aries in the 11th house throughout the month of April, and I see nothing but gain from all areas coming to Gemini ascendants. Now let's quickly talk about Venus. Venus, which is exalted in the sign of Pisces in the 10th house, also will be moving to the 11th house in the sign of Aries, indicating for those who are in romantic relationships or love affairs will enjoy a great time together after April 17th. Now, if you are in the field of some creativity like arts and crafts, you will do very well really, and if you have children, you will bond with them nicely, and education and learning will progress well during this period. And to talk about Jupiter, it's in the sign of Capricorn. After almost a year, it will be transitioning from the 8th house to the 9th house of luck and fortune on April 5th, which is a great news. Now, Jupiter was debilitated in the sign of Capricorn, but when it moves into Aquarius, Jupiter will move out of its debilitation. And in Kal Purush Kundli, Jupiter rules the 9th house. So this movement of Jupiter will bring in a lot of good things for you in the next few months to come. And you will see many areas of your life improving compared to how it was during last year. Now, Jupiter's aspect on the 5th shows that those trying to have children, meaning trying to get pregnant, this is a great month after April 5th. It's a good period, and you have Jupiter's blessings here. Now, Saturn is in the 8th house, in its own house. Saturn in the 8th is good for longevity, but Saturn still aspects the 10th house of career, so you can expect slow progress in your career, and any outcome you're expecting related to progress in career matters will come, but it will come with delay because of Saturn's aspect. We'll talk about Ketu. Ketu is in the 6th house in the sign of Scorpio. Ketu is considered good in Scorpio sign. Overall, your health will be good, I should say, throughout the month of April. But we have Mars and Rahu in the 12th aspecting the 6th house, which indicates a bit of trouble you may face related to your anger issues until April 13. Now here, I would like to talk a bit about Rahu in the 12th, a little bit in detail. Mars will leave Rahu behind and move into the Ascendant on April 13th, and after which Rahu will remain by itself in the 12th house. Now, Rahu brings in some negativity in the 12th generally. Just so you know, Rahu can bring on something sudden without any notice, and it will be something unexpected, I should say. And if you're writing a will, you need to be careful about being scammed, and Rahu here in the 12th will also create circumstances where you will go in for a live-in relationship, and that could end up in some sort of deceit as well. So, and some of you could find your money being blocked all of a sudden, in which you have no control. So these are the types of things that could happen, just to give you some examples. When Rahu is the 12th. And also for those who are in relationship already, although you may be living together, some of you may not be able to enjoy bed pleasures at this time. And Rahu has been in your 12th house from last September 2020 and will be here until April 4th, 2022. An expansion of your business during this time is not recommended, and you will face obstacles in your way. And Rahu in 12th shows effects of your past life karma. And also remember, you have Saturn transiting the 8th house. So I just wanted to keep you, wanted you to keep in mind and caution you. And here are some of the dates you may want to note for the month of April. April 12th and 27th is great for love and romance. Until April 13th, do not take any decisions regarding property matters. Hold those decisions if you can avoid it. April 8th and 9th, do not initiate any arguments with your spouse or partner. Gemini ascendants are good at cooking up stories in your head, so don't create any stories these 2 days and start any arguments. That's what I would say. April 10th and 11th are great for you to enjoy time with your partner or spouse. Also good for business partnerships here. Now, April 12th, you may feel a bit lonely. Stay away from self-created challenges. Especially, do not take any complaints to your boss this day, as you will tend to be ignored and you may feel disappointed. Now, the next date worth noting is April 15th and 16th. I see your status rising in the eyes of the others, and these are the days when you want to take up your complaints to your boss, and you will see good outcome on these 2 days. April 17th, 21st and 22nd are great for property matters, great time for finance, and I see some income flow happening to some of you on these dates especially. The next dates I would say is April 18th and 19th. Watch for any slip of your tongue. Your words may cause some serious damage to your relationship, which you may regret later. Your enemies could plan to backstab you during these 2 days, and so be very watchful. Now, the other period I want to mention here is April 6th till mid-September. Great time for those investing in stocks. Stead cautiously, as you still have Rahu in the 12th. So do your thorough research before serious investments in stock. But if you do, the outcome should be good in stock market. Now, April 29th and 30th, these two dates will bode very well for you in all areas of your life. You will feel your life running on an even keel. You may feel an overall contentment. Your relationship with your partner or your spouse will be very good. So overall, the month of April will be good for Gemini ascendants. You may have to pay attention to the dates I mentioned here and take caution to avoid those pitfalls. Other than that, you will enjoy the month of April, I guess. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Until next time, be safe and have loads of fun. Thank you for watching.